To change the set point, push and hold the set button for more than 2 seconds. When the degrees Fahrenheit display begins flashing, push the up or down arrows to adjust up or down. To save the new set point and return to the temperature display mode, push the set button or wait 10 seconds. If the snowflake is illuminated at the top of the controller, this means that the compressor and the fans are on. The temperature should be decreasing. Each unit is programmed to automatically engage defrost mode every 4 or 6 hours. At any time, the unit can be forced into a manual defrost mode. To do this, hold down the defrost button until DF is displayed. This will last for approximately 20 minutes or until the unit reaches its defrost termination temperature. If P1 is flashing on the controller, this means that the controller is not getting a signal from the temperature probe. To ensure the probe is connected, remove the top cover, then bend back the shield. Confirm that the green plug is properly aligned and snapped into place. The temperature display should reappear. If P1 continues to flash, the probe will need to be checked for proper resistance and may need to be replaced. There are 2 ways to verify that the probe is calibrated correctly. First, remove the probe from the evaporator area and place into an ice bath made of mostly ice. Stir for 1 minute. The thermostat should read 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Disconnect the green main lock and remove the probe from the evaporator area. Use a small flathead screwdriver to remove the wire ends from the green connector. The resistance found with the ohm meter should fall between 28,751 ohms to 26,118 ohms. If it does not fall within this range, the probe needs to be replaced.
And then I want to take a couple of so once it's done, And then I want to take a couple of locations on the camp. So once it's done, do a couple of those. So as here on the order of events, with the time, every two sports is supposed to happen. So we want to sync that up with the video. We can do something creative where we either have a timer that's always running and say like what's going to happen next. So then once it hits the 20-second mark, that event happens. And then say what's going to happen at the 37-second mark. Or we can make a form to say, hey, look at this form and watch it with the video. I don't know. We could try a couple different things and see what works out.
All right, so today this is the new Dart controller on the current production ovens we're building. So I'm going to walk you through. There's a couple of things to program on them in the event that you need to change, like belt direction, or this is also the same controller for if you're replacing one of the older Anaheim controllers, let's say XLT on the front. This is the same controller that you'll get there. So this controller is capable of running the newer motor and also the older, the smaller gray motor. So we're going to go through those settings here today. So the first thing, you got to turn the oven on, and then you've got to hold the enter and the up button at the same time. So you'll see this set P pop up. Then you're going to hold the enter button, and then it'll go to, so you'll see that pad question mark pop up, and then you'll see the all zeros here. So to get into the first setting, we're going to go 1, press enter, 2, enter, 3, 4. So then you get to this P000. So you're going to go to P001, press enter. And this is where the PB here is the belt direction, and the 70 is the belt length. So there's PB and PF, and that's for left to right or right to left. And then the last two digits, the 70, is for the belt length. So if you needed to go to a 55-inch oven, you would change it to a PB55 if that's the belt direction you wanted. So once you do that, you'll save your change there. Go back to P000, press enter. It will take you back to the time. So at this point, you could set the time for whatever your proper belt speed is.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host.
Hello. Welcome to the show. My name is Mike Reed, as the wonderful AI lady just said. Today, I'm going to do a show covering a couple of topics. A lot of restaurant chains and things are going through a revamp. And this is actually a good time to get in. Brother Frank, what's going on? I saw you was on Mike's last stream. What's going on, man? All right, let me see what we got here. Let me add a little music. Hopefully I don't have any issues like I did last time. Hopefully everything is right. I added enough to it. Thank you guys for coming through.
Being involved and being active on his YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
Man, it's not that cold. It is not that cold. It ain't. It's people were wearing hats and jackets and stuff, but it was all right. It was all right. I still have the training video. Let me see here. Let me put it. So the most current training video, you're going to see that at the end of the. You're going to see that at the end of the video. That plays at the end of every one of the broadcasts. Typically like the last 10 minutes. So this one, I end up taking a lot of things out. If you haven't seen the one from Monday, then check this one out. There will be more dates added to Monday because of the just the updates. I've been tied up in these freaking classes. And I got a funny story too. If you guys want to hear it, maybe the guy's in here. Yo, what's happening?
How good of you to join us.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that wind was probably whipping, wasn't it? Yeah. That wind was nipping at you. Man, what the stuff that I'm showing you guys, like this video here, these are all from dishwashers. This wasn't the health department, but I've just been getting slammed. I've been getting, sorry, that's upside down. I've been getting slammed with stuff. This was an improper install. Let me see if I can make this full screen. Oh, that's bad. You can't really see it. It was saying it's 109 degrees. It's supposed to be at least a minimum of 120. They bought two CMA dishwashers. They were both exactly the same model, same everything. Both of them sitting right next to each other, but install means everything. Install means everything. That is the number one thing. Once again, the client thought it was going to be warranty. It was not. It was not warranty. So that's the drain hose. Let me show it. Yeah, I think I got one without it kinked. No, that's a different one. That's a different. So the one dishwasher on the left. Let me see if you guys can see it. One dishwasher on the left. They zip tied the drain hose. In a matter of a month, it actually collapsed the drain hose. So they were getting, the dishwasher was overfilling and putting water all over the floor. Then add insult to injury, the one next to it, everything was cold. Everything was, it said 107 degrees, supposed to be 100, well, it was 107, 109, and it's supposed to be 120. So like I said, I was tied up with that. Now this was supposedly a warranty call. My client's gonna get charged for this. But the reason why I'm showing you this and telling you this, I actually took care of both issues, both installer issues. Let me see if the sound is there. This helped to get me a very large client. Let me see if I got, oh, it's going to be in the other brand. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me there. How's everybody doing tonight anyway? You guys seemed a little laid back, a little relaxed. Let's see, let me get some music going on here. So this was at a university. I got a couple of videos of this thing. People being rude and whatnot. Oh no, that's Pluckers. Oh, that's another story I got to tell you about. That's going to lead into the main subject of today's video, of today's broadcast. That was Pluckers. Yeah, no, well, this one, they were both exactly the same. There was no difference, but they were different. But they were still the same. That is, and the fun part of it is that neither one of them
Same, but different.
was a manufacturer's issue. Neither one of them was a manufacturer's issue. And if I do that, I mess up everything if I just go back. Oh, that's the Pluckers. I thought I had downloaded. That's for this one. I'll go into it since I went back to the same Pluckers that I was at on Friday. I saw this one was acting up, so they had me go back because this is still under warranty. They had me to go back to that same location. Yo, Monte and Kango, what's happening? And we had to run through a couple of things because I've been getting my arse kicked by this particular freaking model. This model has been kicking my ass all up and down Houston. I've had zero success. Zero success.
So the door switch works.
They normally have a magnetic door switch. And in the system, either the magnet loses magnetism or the actual controller can't sense the unit at all. Let me see what this doing is. No, that's a different. So, what the hell? I'll jump into this. I'll jump back. What the hell? We'll get in early. We get into it early. Why not? We will get into it early. All right, cool. Normally I reserve this for should update in just a second. There we go. So using a TOSA got me in there. Then, so a TOSA, there's about 3 or 4 units in this location that are a TOSA. Let's see here. And then so they have a TOSA in there, they got beverage air, and then they got some other stuff. So anyway, I used TOSA to get in. Once I got in there, I also saw that beverage air has an issue. I'm also a beverage air service provider. So it ended up still being under warranty, so I was able to go in there. Let me see here. Contigo. So basically using a toaster as a Trojan horse. This is crazy because I was looking this up earlier. I was just on this thing earlier and I don't know why it's showing me. All right, we'll do it like this. Bear with me there. We're doing it live. Jones LaSalle. There we go. And I've talked about this before many times. I talked about Jones LaSalle. You guys said, "Oh no, Mike, they're a real estate company." I said, "Yes, they are a real estate company, but they also offer, there we go. They also offer a lot of other items. They offer their clients other things such as taking care of facilities management on everything." So now when I went back, the management at this location, yeah. So it turns out that JLL, Jones LaSalle, they own Contigo. So they own Contigo. Contigo is it's a dispatching software, the facilities management software. So this restaurant chain uses Contigo. So after I took care of the first 2 units, the guy's like, "Look, man, I need to have you." He said, "Look, man, we need to have you doing some work for us." He said, "Look, man, I got about 3-4 other things that need to be done, but I got to do it on the Contigo app." He said, "Are you on Contigo?" I said, "Not yet, but I will be." Not yet. So hold on a second. Let me pull this. Let me do my best. I don't know why it's messing up. So I've been talking with Contigo since late this afternoon. I did the other dishwashers. I did True and stuff like that. And then I swung back on over there to that restaurant chain so I can get on the phone with Belvedere. So this is why I tell you all, hey, look, this is what you need to do. This is the game plan. This is what I set you up for. All right, let me see here. One of these is gonna say, oh, it's Corrigo. That's what the hell it is. I keep saying Contigo. That's why I'm having such a problem. It's Corrigo. It's Corrigo. There it is. So I've been on the phone going back and forth with Corrigo, which is JLL. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Here we go. So this is the facilities management app. What this is, and it's just like I was showing you guys with EcoTrack, not SoundHound, but oh God, I can't think of it. EcoTrack, just like EcoTrack. They go in there and they barcode and they itemize every single piece of equipment in these different locations: restaurants, hospitals, hotels. So JLL has a separate app called Contigo, and they have it where they're able to send out dispatches for the service company that they want to take care of the issues that they actually need. How I got into the mix is none of the other service providers on Contigo could offer the service. So hey, once you let me in, that's it. I'm going for the gusto. So here we go. This is Contigo. Now, just like I explained with EcoTrack, just like the other one, and I'm sorry for not remembering the name, but they take care of, the other one takes care of Panda Express and quite a few other ones. In the grocery stores, like Walmart and the other grocery chains, they have the True double door merchandisers, where you have the fresh dog food, where there's no preservatives and it's all premium cuts of meat and all that kind of stuff. All of that is dispatched through these apps, just like Contigo. So that's how you get it. In order to get with these companies, you already need a client. Signing up with as many manufacturers gives you the opportunity. Because never in a million years did I think that regional chain would have a TOSA in them. I mean, that's like you going into somebody's garage and they have a Ferrari, Bentley, and then you see like 3-4 Yugos. What the hell you got Yugos for? Oh, we use those to drive back and forth to the grocery store and stuff like that. It's like, all right, whatever, man. Do you? So I stay diversified, so to speak. So that's what I do. I stay diversified. And once I get on with Corrigo, then I will have access to all of their business. And not only would I have access to their business in this one location, but the other 10 that's in my market. This is how it's done. So JLL Corrigo, once you do work for people, you have to tell them to tell EcoTrack to add you to the system. You got to tell Corrigo to add you to the system. You'll have your own number, but you can't add a user. Only the user can add you once you actually have a number. So it's sort of like getting on with Red Lobster and Olive Garden. In order for you to get added to the system, one location needs to add you. And then once you're in the system as a vendor, now you can run wild. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all got time for a quick story, man? Let me see if y'all are awake. Let me see if y'all are up.
Is there no one else?
Let me see what you guys are up to. See, this thing keeps telling me to ask. At least now I finally get to the login.
You're great at managing tasks,
This is
but
all
with the right
facilities
technology and the right intelligence, you could be a leader. Meet Corrigo, the intelligence-driven platform that's revolutionizing facilities management. For years, facilities managers have had to deal with inefficient and outdated systems, forcing you to spend your workweek patching leaks and wrestling with repetitive work orders. Do more in your workday with Corrigo. How? Corrigo is your secret weapon for better facilities management, combining artificial intelligence, business intelligence, and human intelligence for a custom experience that supports your key objectives. So you can streamline communications, connect with trusted partners, maximize your assets, and a whole lot more. Corrigo is your one-stop solution to simplify task management, boost your impact, and drive bottom-line value. Powered by collective industry insights, easy automation, and predictive decision-making, you can become even better at your job, now and for years to come. See how Corrigo can make you a facilities management visionary.
So this is what they're pitching to the restaurant chains, to the hotel chains, hospitals, that type of thing. And on our end, it's an app. We get a dispatch, you get an email, you get a text message. There's the mobility app. So every single one of them functions the exact same. So you get a text message, you'll get an email saying, hey, you got a new dispatch. Now, these people don't handle the payment. Your payment still comes from your client, from whoever's giving you your dispatch. You're still getting money directly from them. It's just that Corrigo, EcoTrack, and the other one starts with an S, and hopefully I'll catch up with that. They have the model and serial number of each unit you're going to go on. They have the location. They're supposed to have a barcode. They will have pictures of the unit. Then you're going to get a description of what's wrong with the unit. So this way you just going in, and when you pull up the Corrigo, EcoTrack, and the rest of them, the benefit to the client, to the end user, is that you're supposed to use the app, which marks when you're driving on over there, so it records that time. Then you tap that you've arrived, it records that time. Then you walk in, go to the item, take pictures of it. You put those images actually into the system, and so you're doing a vlog of what you're doing to the item and putting into the app. In this case, Corrigo. Let's see if I can do. In this case, Corrigo. And then you're done. So this way you don't have any disputes as to, hey, did the guy really take an hour and 30 minutes to get there? You don't have any disputes like the guy said he showed up at 7, but he really showed up at 10. You alleviate all of those misunderstanding situations. You also can let them know through the app when you're coming. So you no longer have to call anybody. You no longer have to send an email. You just tap a button. Oh, good. You just tap a button and away you go. All right, we're going to come back to this. So this is training season. I actually forget that I do this, to be honest with you. I forget that I'm on the internet talking to you people twice a week for 52 weeks out the year. I forget about that. I'm at Hoshizaki training. A guy walks up to me and he goes, "Hey man, how's it going?" He said, you might not remember me. I'm from the Manitowoc training. The two of us sat at the same table together for Manitowoc training. So we're sitting over there. It's a break from the Hoshizaki class. We're having a coffee break. And then another guy walks up and he waits till we stop talking. And he's like, making a hand signal. And so I step back a little bit like, oh, okay, you must want to talk to the guy that I'm standing with, He goes, no, I want to talk to you. He's like, I watch your channel. And the guy that was standing next to me, the one that was sitting at the table to the last class, he was looking like, who the hell is this guy? Who are you? And I completely forgot. That I do this. So just saying, what's up. If any of you guys are out there, yeah, I have no problem with y'all coming up. I was just caught off guard because it was the furthest thing from my mind that somebody would recognize me and then, didn't say what's up. So if you're watching this on replay, man, what's up? Hopefully I see you at another training sometime soon. Keep watching, man. So shout out to that guy. Hey, that's my clapping. So I'm glad, and he liked the show, man. So I'm glad you guys liked the show. It's nice to see. So that's my little funny tidbit of a story that I got. I was recognized out in the wild. So that was fun. So my app says you sent an email to the girl that Mei Lee is not on Nera Group. No, Mei Lee is not on Nera Group. And y'all, well, I don't know what to say about you guys. Mei Lee is with a completely different company. Onera Group manufactures the equipment, and they're actually manufacturing equipment specifically and branding it specifically for Costco. So that is separate from what Mei Lee's job is. Mei Lee works for the company. Costco is not an appliance store. They're actually partnering with, sort of like Direct Buy, they're actually partnering with this company that Mei Lee works for. So every single appliance, commercial appliance that's sold through Costco, Mei Lee is responsible for finding technicians to go take care of it, whether it's dishwashers, ovens, deep fryers, refrigerators, freezers. That's her thing. So when you end up with the double up is when it's an actual Onera made item that gets sold and there's a problem. Now you get Onera Group calling you and you get My League calling you, and both of them asking you when you coming out and what's what. And that's how I got to end up talking to May Lee. She's black. At least she sounds black. She's got this really weird name. But where the hell is it? Hold on one second. I put her thing in here. So she's with what the hell is her thing? It's not coming up. Oh well. So when you give Maylee a call, she is with another company. She is not with she's not with Onera Group. But by the way, Onera Group, they watched my video. They watched the video. So somebody did a Google search over there at Onera Group and they watched the video. So the girl called me up. She's like, "Oh my God, you're who I've been talking to. I had no idea what you look like." So now I got a face to put with the voice. So like, yeah, that be me. I'm the biggest pain in your ass. Oh, here she is. Culinary Depot is in the email. Culinary Depot. And she's like on not quite the West Coast, but she's on the west side of the US. That's why she doesn't have a Florida number either. Onera Group is in Miami. Hollandale or something. Hialeah, Hollandale, something like that. They're down there. Miley is West Side. West Side. Anyway, so that's the information down there. She's looking for y'all. Hit her up. Lots of work with Costco. I do it all the time. Matter of fact, each one of these things leads to cash. That is the whole purpose of you guys doing these calls. It is not purpose of me telling you guys to go to Hoshizaki and get signed up with Hoshizaki is not to run Hoshizaki warranty calls. You're never going to get any kind of volume from any one of these manufacturers. The equipment doesn't break like that. That's what these videos are. That's what this is. These things don't break like that. Now, this is Beverage Air. This particular one out of like 60 damn models that they got is a problem child. But other than that, I mean, this damn thing is a problem child. At Wingstop, it's a problem. Everywhere I go, it's a problem child. I hate it. I hate this particular unit. In fact, let me show you. Oh, yeah, let me show you Beverage Air. It's part of Ollie Group. Let me just show you just how many. So on Beverage Air, typically I might have about 3 or 4 legitimate warranty calls with Beverage Air. So this is, I don't know if I know I've talked about Beverage Air before. I know uh-oh. I know I've talked about Beverage Air. Look at this. And we'll share this. Oh, here it is. I've been so tired of all the freaking industry news and new CEOs of this and that. And you'll see when you're working for these companies, it's good to know which way the wind is blowing. These damn companies are not doing too well. Hey man, pull the damn ripcord. These companies are not doing too well. Try not to focus on them. It's time to add new companies if that's the case. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This is Beverage Air is a very old school line. They have tons of units. Let me see if I can find, there's the one that says products. I mean, they have been around, a lot longer than I've been alive. They've been around longer before my father was born. And that's not saying much because my father's only 70. Beach in, roll ins, you go to top reach ins, top mounted units. I mean, look at all that they manufacture. So out of all of these different units, there's one model that's a problem child. It's not the 3-door, the 2-door. It's not the fridges either. It's just this one particular model, and it's the freezer one. So it doesn't matter if it's Wingstop. It doesn't matter who it is. These issues pop up. And so it didn't cost me a dime, and I got paid not once, but twice. So I got paid to get introduced to this client. Now the client is like, well, hell, let's see what else this guy can do. Let's add him to Corrigo. So now I'm getting added to Corrigo. I'm already on EcoTrack, but here, this is just, look at this, 6 pages on just this one style. I didn't even go to the other ones. Deli cases. Beverage Air is a very well-known brand. The guys in here that are veterans, they already know, but this is more or less for you guys that are new to commercial, which is what this channel is about. So they make a large number of items by well-built Ollie Group. And I always say Ally, but it's Ollie Group. This is the same company that makes the dishwashers that I work on all the time. CMA, American Dish is under this umbrella. Scotsman is under this umbrella. Let me show you how. See if I can find it more about it. And are you guys hitting the like button? Let me see what the likes are like. Uh-oh. No. Give me some likes. Give me some likes, please. Hook a brother up. Help a brother out. So this is Beverage Air, part of this large conglomerate. All the money is going back to Italy, by the way. And this is like one of the largest commercial manufacturers in the United States. And the funds go to Italy. Hell, I guess I'll just show you what the training thing. So I think I've covered some of this maybe about 2 years ago. You would actually travel to Winston-Salem, and then they had Champion Industries. You would go and get your Champion Industry dishwasher training done there. They used to have the Moffitt training. It used to be Moyer Diebel, Champion, and Moffitt oven training used to be done in Winston-Salem. So I don't know what, then all that stopped. See, so they have over 25 pieces of equipment for you to work on over there. But all of this kind of stopped once COVID hit. I don't know quite what they're up to right about now. Up until a couple of years ago, they were going around the country doing training at different CEFESA member sites. I myself attended one of those. In Dallas with Hagar. So Hagar was the host, and I went to that class. This was years ago. They took us out to eat and the whole nine. Puckett was the trainer at that time. I think he still is. But anyway, so this is Beverage Air. This is what sealed the deal. Being a factory authorized beverage air service provider is what. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Brother Frank Evans, man, thank you so much. Because, hey, right about now, I know that, it's a little tough for most guys. And that's mainly because, after Christmas and all that stuff, a lot of guys are still paying back bills and all that other fun stuff. So I get it. And usually viewership and stuff like that is low. For not just for me, but for everybody. So this is Harper Johnny. So doing work with this conglomerate gets you into McDonald's. That's your Carper Johnny. There's the Moffat I was telling you about. Moffat, not always, but Moffat is a top choice for Wingstop. It all depends on how old that Wingstop is. So that was some of their original. That was some of their original. So Vought is an industrial ice machine. That's what you get in your meat production. If you ever go to Restaurant Depot. So not all restaurant depots, but the vast majority of those will have a Vought ice machine there. Vought, and the crazy thing is Vought is from Chicago, where I'm from. It's Vought. I think it's Vought. It should be Vought. So those are 99% of them are ammonia-based systems. You cannot service a Vought by yourself. And so if you're going to be working on that, you're going to need a team. In order for you to get Vought training, you're going to need to at least have 2 or 3 people go with you under your name. So here's your combi oven. The Convotherm is the one that competes with Rationale. So Convotherm, those are the big ovens that are in your IKEAs, stuff like that. When you go into the food court in IKEA and they're making the macaroni and cheese and the broccoli and all that stuff and all that, those are typically going to be Convotherms. Here's your Scotsman. Oh yeah. Here's your Scotsman, Mary Chef. There's little old beverage air. You got your Belshaw. Belshaw is your Shipley's Donuts. The vast majority of donut shops, are using Belshaw equipment to make donuts. And then you got your Rancilio, which is your coffee machines. There's my Champion dishwasher. Williams is also, I think, dishwasher. So Disney is big with that kind of stuff. So they have it all broken down. There's your Amana, Menu Master, Express Chef, which is all your speed ovens. And now because they just made a large purchase of another conglomerate of appliances. Now they actually, I don't know how that's passed, but now they own Menu Master. They own Mary Chef and ACP. So just like this, the Italians are now the largest speed oven manufacturer out there. So Mary Chef has recently overtaken what the hell is that other one out of Louisiana with Mary Chef overtook Turbo Chef. So Turbo Chef was number 1 for decades. They were the originator. Their patents ran out, and now Mary Chef, because Mary Chef, it's not like I was just in the right place at the right time. I'm in training, and the Mary Chef guy goes, "Hey man, y'all can't tell anybody this, but within the next 24 to 36 months, we're going to be taking over." It wasn't even 24 months. And they were, all the Starbucks are now Mary Chef, and they pitched all their, I can't even remember the damn name anymore. Turbo Chef. Turbo Chef is done Turbo Chef, I don't know what is going to revive Turbo Chef, but right now, Menu Master has been gaining steam, and Mary Chef, they've, for lack of better terms, Mary Chef practically is dumping their equipment on the market. So Turbo Chef has basically gone to Chipotle. So that's like their biggest customer now, besides the sandwich chain, besides Jared, what the hell? Subway, besides Subway. So they put some Turbo Chefs in what's the name? Aladdin Temp right there's your warmers. So anyway, but you get the idea. There's your American Dish Service or your dishwasher. Ali Group is also the largest on dishwashers now. They got everybody. There's your Belshaw. Some of you guys that call me up, you tell me that you work on, some of you guys work on this stuff. So it might look a little familiar to you if you ever go into the Shipley's and you see that large procession of the donuts. That is made by this company right here. That's who makes it. So if you ever want to work at a donut shop, I don't know why you would want to. I don't know why you would want to. But if you ever want to work at a donut shop, this is your information right here. So here it is right there. I'm sure this video catches up. Everything seems to be a little slow today. There it is. So there's the information right there on the screen. If you would like to do any work, do you guys want to look into any of this Belshaw stuff? None of it is gas. It is all electric. It is all, I don't think they have any gas equipment. All their stuff is electric. All their stuff is electric, which means contactors and oil and heat and a lot of oil and a lot of heat and contactors. So I'll wait to see if you guys chime in on anything else. I know there's a slight delay. There's more of the information right there. So if you guys don't want to see anything about the donuts, there they go. They got the fryers, the proofers, sugar machines, the glazers, proofers. They probably do have retarders. So from the small to the large, they are the ones. They are king. They are king of the hill when it comes to donuts. And there's a nice size picture. That's a nice size picture. That's their stuff. So if you're a young child with dreams of working on automatic donut machines, this can make your dream come true. It's not mine, but who am I? Anyway, so I'll go back. So if you guys don't see me, and Byline is your dishwasher. But anyway, so I used my relationship with this conglomerate, with Ollie Group, to get in. Oh, yeah, here's in Cleveland. I got some steamers to do. I just gave estimates on these damn steamers. You might see some other guys on Instagram working on these steamers. There's not too much to them, but the parts can be kind of expensive. This is also an old school. This is an old school brand. They also make the griddles. They also make the griddles and whatnot. I've been holding back from telling you guys about some of these other advanced brands, but I do know that I have quite a few people that are, veterans in the business that are looking to, just industry information, industry news, that kind of thing. What's the latest and greatest? Who's going up? Who's going down? But these steamers are. They go through they go through some stuff. So it's nothing to have, $700-800 parts, drain valves, $700. Then you got your kettles, your steamers, your tilted skillets. Oh, you guys see me work on some of those too. I think it was a Cleveland that I worked on. Matter of fact, I got that one from Costco. That was a COD job, working on the potentiometer, doing that job on a Cleveland tilted skillet, and that was gas, not electric. I got that because Costco. It was one of these. Costco had given me a freezer that was malfunctioning, and I parlayed that into a cash job. And now I have another one. They want me to come back. I'll probably go back tomorrow, and they want me to work on a Vulcan steamer. It's electric. The element is out. I think the element is like $1,500 by itself. So you use these warranty calls to get in. Oh, damn it, man. Y'all could see this. Shoot. You use these warranty calls to get in with the factory. And I am watching this on the other screen. I didn't even realize you guys could see what I was looking at. I'm so sorry. So this is Cleveland. This is what I was telling you about. These are some of the steamers. There's a tilted skillet and all that other kind of stuff. And feel free to ask your questions, man. It is not at the end of the video. When I'm done, I'm going to play the training video for the month. When I said I'm done, there's going to be no more questions. Now is the time when you ask those questions. Make sure I got you. Yeah, I'm up to date with y'all. If you do want information on Cleveland as far as training, this is the same company that is, it's Frymaster and everything else. So they have all the same type of training videos and whatnot. Let me go. Here's all the videos. And then they have the downloads are here. Make sure you guys can see. So there are training videos. Self-help. I think it's under self-help. Cleaning and sanitation. Let's see if I can find the or I think that might be under Garland with the combi, not the combi, with the clamshell grills. Resources on the service. That's where you file your claims, blah, 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 warranty registration. Let me see, let me go back. Yeah, they kind of took all this stuff away. Let me go with Garland. Hold on 1 second. The video is going to switch. This is going to switch over. I want to show you guys. This is all the same family. It's all the same manufacturing. Hell, I think it might even be the same damn place. I'm showing you this from a couple years ago. This is all your training videos with the Garland and Cleveland, all that stuff. It's the same trainer for both product lines. So here's all the stuff. Yeah, now I'm up to a couple of viewers here. So here's all the videos and whatnot. Yeah, I know this is throwing the red meat out there for y'all. So this is how to work on the Garland stuff. That's at McDonald's. Oh, back to Garland. You might have seen some of the guys working on the Garland stuff and posting their videos and things like that on Instagram. So Garland and Cleveland That is the same. See, as you look down, well built an Ali company. Same thing. So here we go. There's the training videos. They have all that stuff. They actually have like a 2-hour video where the trainer went over how to work on these. I actually have a Sunfire. I have a Sunfire, which is a Garland, US range, Sunfire, all the same thing. Where I have to change this damn SIT control. I should have downloaded this thing.
Welcome to the new restaurant range.
So they do their best to try to
sit control thermocouple removal and replacement.
show you how to service their product a little bit.
A 59-inch sit thermocouple is routed along the left-hand side. Of
Yes,
the
you need to remove the whole front panel. It's 4 screws.
Under one trim panel that requires the removal of 2 screws.
Oh, 2 screws.
Locations.
I think it might be 4 now, but okay, 2 screws. I'm okay.
Cavity, and remove the oven bottom. Remove the upper and lower trim panel screw, and remove the panel. The thermocouple is routed outside of the left-hand oven side wall trough.
Yes.
It is bent to the right, in front of the left-hand door spring, and inward to the pilot assembly.
How familiar are you guys with this oven? Put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar. Put a 2 if you'd like information on the thermocouple for this, the SIT valve.
Remove the thermocouple mount nut and push the thermocouple down and out of the mount.
I got one of these to change. I got one of these to change now. The threading and the length of this thermocouple is unlike any other U.S. range out there, any other American style range. You do have some from other countries that are like this, but not.
Remove the thermocouple from the sit control. Hand tighten the new thermocouple connection.
So unfortunately, if you call parts down, they're going to have a little issue with trying to find the parts for your range. It is always a part. It's always a problem with Garland, US range, and Sunfire trying to locate these parts.
And then secure the thermocouple nut with a quarter turn on the wrench. Double check to make sure there are no sharp ends at the thermocouple as it comes out of the sit body. If the thermocouple you removed was installed at the factory prior to September 2007, it is possible it will contain a spare hold-down nut on the thermocouple. The nut that is designed with cutouts that squeeze the thermocouple tight is one that is furnished with the pilot assembly. This nut will not be used in ovens produced after September 2007. If you encounter this situation, the nut can be removed from the thermocouple. Prior to September 2007, the nut that remains unused at some random point over the thermocouple is one that comes with the thermocouple. It cannot be removed from the thermocouple. Position the new thermocouple and insert it in the pilot assembly. Hand tighten the nut.
Always a pain.
And hold the thermocouple tip up firmly while you secure the nut with your wrench.
I will say that this one takes longer to do than most other ovens.
Before securing the compartment, turn on your gas supply and light your pilot. Make sure that your pilot flame height is correctly set You can do that by using the pilot adjustment screw at the bottom of the sit controller.
Mm-hmm. So that's it right there. And you put it back together.
In the insulated sidewall trough, prepare to install the trim panel that was removed for this procedure. Align the panel flush to the frame using the offset guide slots.
All right, let me go into some of these other ones.
Secure the top hole down screw. Make one last check before securing. Pushing on the sit control knob, light the pilot, and the pilot should stay lit after about 10 seconds. Replace the oven bottom and close the oven door. Secure the left-hand trim panel bottom screw and raise the kick plate. Congratulations on completing another segment of the new restaurant range search.
All right, so that's that. I guess you guys aren't interested. I have some other ones, but that's all right. How many of you guys think that, going on to the industry news, how many of you guys think that Starbucks is going to make it? Starbucks just appointed a new executive officer. Let's see if I can find that article. It's a, oh no, that's KFC. KFC also has a new CEO. Oh, KFC got a new CEO. Starbucks got something else going on. Let me see we'll just break this down one by one. Yeah, Dutch Brothers is doing well still. So Dutch Brothers is eating Starbucks lunch. Yeah, so this is the one about the KFC CEO. And once again, this is Restaurant Business News. This is on all the trade magazines. They're talking about this right now. So KFC is trying to do a turnaround. Make sure you guys are watching what I'm watching. KFC is trying to do a turnaround. So they hired Catherine Tan. Come on, man, get off my screen. Gillespie. All right, so she's taking over the U.S. She actually came from another division. They like what she was doing over there, and they want her to revive KFC in the U.S. market. All right, so the former president of Taco Bell, blah, 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 was named. Wait a minute, what the hell is she? Oh, she's the new marketing officer. She's the new marketing officer, and then now they also have a new CEO. So he came from Taco Bell. So they're trying to get some action going on. Everybody, Dave's Hot Chicken, all of these chicken chains are coming up, and KFC is suffering because of it. So they're trying to reinvigorate the line. They're trying to reinvigorate it. All right, so this is who is the new marketing. That's what it is. I thought she was a CEO, but she's the new marketing guru right now. So we'll see. Let's give her some time. Let's see what she does. KFC, my sister actually got approached by KFC to do work for them. So we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening right now. So it looks like, man, there's so many chains that are doing extremely well, and then all these older established lines are falling out of favor. So as they're talking about Applebee's is laying off 9% of their workforce, but Chili's is doing well. Chili's is doing well. In-N-Out, so In-N-Out is doing so well that they're expanding east. You guys do know what In-N-Out has in their locations, right? Put a one in the chat if you guys know what equipment is used inside of In-N-Out. So they're now going to have 2 corporate offices, one in Tennessee, and they're only going to have one in California. So they're shutting one down. They're going to have one over there and then one in Tennessee, so that the one in Tennessee is going to handle all the expansion east, which is you Florida guys, Florida, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina. In-N-Out is coming your way. Yeah, outside of Nashville, Tennessee. So they're already giving their corporate people the option to move over. If you're an independent guy, now's the time to approach In-N-Out Burger and throw your hat in the ring. And still nothing. Nobody's got any questions, no nothing. Hold on, let me see here. Because y'all need to wake up, man. We're going to do a check, man. How many people are in here? How many people are in here? Put a 1 if you are still freaking awake, man.
Here we go.
So In-N-Out is expanding. Let me get some interaction here, because YouTube is gonna all right. Now, Samuel, you want to know what brands they got in In-N-Out? Anybody have any idea what they got in In-N-Out? Have any of you eaten In-N-Out? Because if you know what In-N-Out has, then you know what appliances you need to focus on. You know who you need to be the service provider for. So 418 restaurants: California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Texas, Oregon, Colorado, and Idaho. Now they're going to be going over to the East Coast. That's heading to you. All you Florida people, that's you. All right, Jacobs, you said you just got in Garland, Hatco. What about Garland and Hatco? I just did about 10-15 minutes with Garland. I didn't mention anything about Hatco. Yeah, hey man. All right. The channel is being judged by the interaction. YouTube is very dismissive of channels that have no interaction. They're always extremely paranoid about someone purchasing viewership, because if you purchase viewership, then you gain access to ad dollars. If you purchase viewership, you gain access to sponsorships. So that is it really is a negative thing on the channel when people don't chime in. You asked what brands are In-N-Out. That's why you said that. Oh, okay. No. All right. What the hell do they have? Do they have Garland in there? All right. So the ice machine is, the vast majority of them are going to be isomatic. Now, I did go in, I think is it in Vegas? In Vegas, I did see some of them that were Hoshizaki. I think at the link they got Hoshizaki. But other than that, the rest of them, they should be isomatic. The fryers are ultra fryer. So they don't use banks of fryers that are connected together. They use individual fryers. And then oh man, I have pictures of this too. Hold on one second. I got pictures of this. Shoot. And then their shake machine is, I don't think it's a Taylor. No, maybe it is a Taylor. Hold on one second. Doggone it. That'll be another time. But I'm not too sure if they're using Garland as their griddle. The griddle is very hard to see, even though you can see most of the stuff from the outside looking in. I think they're using Taylor. for their shakes. I definitely know they're using ultra fryer. Most of the locations they're using isomatic for their ice machines, and they use Hoshizaki as a backup. So interesting. You got 3 in and out. You got 3 in and outs near you, but you thought they had internal maintenance. If you're on the West Coast, they might just have internal maintenance, but in these newer markets, they don't. They don't have anybody in the new markets, or use some group out here, right? Because you're in California. So in California, that's a different story because they've been around so long. Outside of California, they're just now expanding outside of California. So we don't have that same experience that you do. So outside of California, they don't have any service people. I don't think that, yeah, it's like for Vegas and stuff like that. No, they're using other companies. I don't think, oh, you know what? I'm at a loss at what they had on the griddles. I forgot what the hell they had. I forgot what they had when it comes to the griddle. Typically, and just so they, you can confirm this, just griddles, you got a long runway with griddles before you actually start having problems. As long as they're installed correctly, you're typically not going to have griddle issues for a couple of years. As long as the gas pressure is right, as long as it's connected properly, you really don't. Magic Kitchen is a whole nother story. But, what the hell is it? Five Guys. Because Five Guys has gremlins. I don't know what the hell is up with Five Guys. Five Guys has gremlins. They use Magic Kitchen. They use Vulcan at Five Guys. And it doesn't seem to matter what they get. They always end up with problems. But outside of California, that's what you got. So inside California, all your ice machines are going to be all your ice machines are going to be isomatic. And your fryers are going to be ultra fryer. But unfortunately, the soda machine is going to be Taylor. I mean, not soda. I mean the soft serve is going to be Taylor. But if you did want to expand, with them, they don't have their own people as they're moving. Hold on one second. What we got here? Yeah, griddles rarely fail, but they rarely fail in the early years. You get your thermocouples, you get your valves and stuff like that, the solenoid valves on the Vulcans. Even when it comes to Magic Kitchen, they actually, when the thermostat goes out of calibration, they actually have you adjust it. That is a matter of from the factory. They actually have a tool that you hook up to the Magic Kitchen griddle and then make the adjustment. Oh, the Wetzel's pretzel. Yeah, mostly gas issue. No, that's true. That is true. Oh, Wiener Schnitzel. I don't know why I thought that said Wetzel's pretzel. I need to put on my reading glasses. So anyway, this is some of the latest things that are going on. And thank you for jumping in there and helping a brother out. My wife is using my tablet. Normally I would get in there and add some stuff in the chat so that I can satisfy YouTube's ridiculous needs. Let's see here. Other than that, they're reviving. Man, in California, you got a number of stuff, but they're reviving a number of chains. I don't know if you ever had Steak and Ale. So Restaurant Business, they did a story on it. Hold on one second. Steak and Ale is making a comeback. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out that way. So here's another one. full service restaurant magazine. Steak and Ale is coming back. Chi-Chi's is coming back. All of these have numerous articles done about them. You could find out more on Restaurant Business Magazine. They're starting in the Midwest. And then I believe they're more than likely going to go to California, go to Florida, and they're definitely coming to Texas. I think it's just one location, right? Yeah. So this is the first location. Oh, let me see. Prices going up on the units. Which units? Now, all right. I'm glad you said that. So this is the reiteration of Steak and Ale. Man, no, I've been running. It's rough. It's rough doing these videos twice a week. So the price is going up because of steel. The prices have been going up 4 times every year for the last 5 years. We get price increases 4 times a year. Now, and this is the thing. So he's saying, yeah, the ream stuff is going up. Hold on, let me go into it. Let's I'm gonna do the tankless. And have you been to to any of that ream tankless water heater classes? Or are you with the ream certified installer program, by the way? Hold on a second. So what are the prices now? So as it is right now, that's actually kind of decent. This is actually kind of decent. It's, I mean, I want to say that's like $130 higher than what they were 6-7 months ago. Oh yeah, they keep queuing. Uh-oh. Yeah, Ream's training program. They keep redoing it, and every time they redo it, it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, these prices are not that bad. Just so you guys know, what we're talking about is most restaurants are going to tankless, and you can add them in. You can add them together, so they will have like 4 tankless heaters used to feed a restaurant. And so you have the ones where you have indoor and you got outdoor, and that's why this says indoor. Now that is high. That is high. Okay, so this one is yeah, that's a little high. Okay, I see what you're saying. It started out with a decent price, but now, yeah. Now they are, well, Granger is always high. So see, I tapped on it and the web price came down. So they're going to be doing this. They're going to do this for some time. The problem you got is like companies like Navien. I think Bosch does their production here. All the ones that are doing their production here. Where the hell is, let me see if we can find out. Oh no, country of origin Japan. That's why. That's why the ream is going up. Yeah, Ferguson is mine too. Problem I got with Ferguson is Ferguson always have to order the one you want. Every time I try to get one, you got to order it. But watch this. I go to tankless. So Home Depot is a dealer of Ream. And so Home Depot will get you, I know, 3 weeks, right? So I typically will go ahead and get it do the contractor thing. I'm a Home Depot pro contractor or whatever, and they will give me extra points and all that other stuff to make up for it and to bring the prices down. So after you spend like $1,000 or $2,000, then they give you money back. They give you, so they're actually reducing, Home Depot is reducing the price of the item without telling you that, oh, we're actually taking the price off of this item $50 or $100. You will, by the time you're done with fittings and everything else from Home Depot with this, so see, they brought the price down. So we'll just say $1,500 plus the lines, the fittings, and everything else. By the time you finish spending that money, you end up with a rebate actually. So you, as a pro member of Home Depot, you'll actually be able to knock a couple of dollars off of that. And so they're more than likely, what Home Depot is doing is they're clearing out stock. So this is why I don't really notice it, because I typically will get my Rheem stuff from Home Depot and call it a day. What I do is I call up Rheem. I give them the model number of the unit that's there, and then I let them sub it over to another unit, and then I'll go shopping at Home Depot for that matching replacement. And that way I don't have to worry about the ventilation. So as you guys see, you got you got the two different types for fresh air intake, and then you have the exhaust. And so this way everything matches up. You're going with the same, when I'm doing a replacement, I'm going with the same manufacturer. Water hookups usually match up, and you stand a pretty good chance of the exhaust and fresh air intake matching up. It doesn't always work that way, but you stand a better chance versus going with Bosch or something like that. Right, we do too. Texas is the Wild West, but we got different rules on that. I'm not gonna get into it, but what I do is I stick with it. So if it's Navien, I go with Navien. If it's Rheem, I go with Rheem. If it's Bosch, I go with Bosch. It is what it is. So, and then two, with Rheem, hold on, let's go into Rheem. What am I doing? I have my remote, my remote keyboard. I'm still getting all up in your face like this. Become a Rheem Pro. All right, so here we go. I clicked on it, damn it. Oh, you guys can't see that. All right, so this is the Rheem. So this is all the Rheem training stuff. I've actually included some of this in the last training video section I had. Oh, let's see here. Enter Rheem. Join the celebration. All right. I don't know if my username and password is going to work. Yeah, they got all these damn apps. Let's see, okay, you guys can see me. Let me take this off of there. Yeah, these codes keep changing on who can do it, who can and who can't. In the beginning, there it is. In the beginning, it was just a wild, wild west, man. They let anybody do anything. There was no rules on it. And now they're starting to say, hey, you got to be a plumber, or you have to do this and that and the other. And it wasn't like that in the beginning. Oh, let's see here. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to work. Bear with me. I'm using an Apple, so so none of that's gonna work. I'm using an Apple, so on the other browser, all I have to do is just do a biometric, and it'll remember my codes. Hold on a second. So let me see here. 1 second. I'm going on. Oh, yep, there it is. There it is. Oh, it got all right. So my stuff expired. More than likely, I have to sign up again. I more than likely have to sign up again for the Ream training course. And you said yours just keeps buffering. What, you never service them? You just replace them? Is that what you mean by that? No, don't worry about hogging the chat because they're being quiet as church mice. So I really do appreciate it, man. This helps out a whole hell of a lot. This helps out a lot. Oh, perfect. We can get on CMA right now. All right, we're going to switch gears because that's what earlier in the video, that's what this was. All this was, you've never serviced CMA? So I had a weird one. I did not install these two. I did not install these Twin Dragons. What is your question anyway? I'm sorry about this thing being short, narrow width. So like I was saying earlier, you got so many different type of CMA dishwashers, under counter, glass washers. You got upright. You got rack, conveyor. So what is your question on CMA? What is your question? So like I was saying earlier with this one, these guys had installed the damn thing, and you see that they kinked the drain line. So the drain line was zip tied, and that crushed the drain hose. And so what happens that the unit was not evacuating all of the water after each cycle. So more and more water kept coming in because it is a timed fill. Here's the timer right here. It's a timed fill on these. They're just now rolling out digital. Bro, that's what I'm saying. There is no such thing as a common failure. There's no such thing as a common failure. The belts and conveyor belt types at a school. Oh, yeah, because you got those schools you're dealing with. There's no such thing. What you're going to, especially if it's installed at a school and it's been working there for forever. Let me give you the guys. Let me give you the guys' information over there at CMA. They have 4 people over there. And the new guys are good. They got a veteran that's there. That's Vim. He's Vietnamese, and his name is Vim. Vim. But the other guys, they're kids, and they know CMA pretty good. But if you're going to be working on CMA, if you're going to be working on a 44 or a 60, by the sounds of it, is how long? How long is this? Is it pretty much like this? This is a 66. This is a 66. So me knowing which type it is really helps. So is it going to have 1 door or 2? Knowing how many doors lets me know how big they are. This delay is rough. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back because I don't think it's sharing. Sharing is caring. So let me go back. Let me exit that. Let me share the screen. Share this. Let me share this tab with you guys. No. I'm just from when you were there. Help a brother out. Give me a little description on it. Give me a little description. So you have these guys, and it probably is not going to be as large as this 66. Typical machines are going to be your 44. So let me go back. typical are going to, for what you're doing on a CMA rack, it's going to be a 44. So we're gonna go based on the 44. You see, there's one door. Uh-oh, my bad. See, there's one door on the 44. 17 grand. We're gonna go with this. $17,908. And I love it that you guys are asking these questions. I have no problem with this. This is what this whole thing is about. Me just reading over training dates gets to be a little dry. So up at the top is your box with all the controls. That is where your contactors are for your for power, for your motor, for the wash motor, for the conveyor belt. So in here you have on this baseline right there, where it's just above, where it's that singular piece of stainless steel. That's the area where you got your conveyor, and it does a jerking, rocking back and forth motion. And so it's swaying back and forth, and it's actually handing the dishes off to the next level. And so it's marching them forward. Because you have these dishes marching through constantly, there must be a mechanism to tell the dishwasher when to stop. You have two options when you're telling these dishwashers how and when to stop. So you have a little arm in the front, a little like if you cup your hand like you're gonna hold a coffee cup or a cold can of beer. It's like that, only it's made out of metal. And as the dishes go through, it pushes that arm over to the side. That initiates the start cycle. And then you're going to have the pump start. There's two. You'll see there's, oh, this one has one. There's typically two. Should be two down there. The juicy stuff, no problem. They're probably 44s. You haven't been out there yet trying to get prepared. Okay, cool. Not a big deal. So you're going to have, these are all high temp. These are going to be, 220 or above. You can have single or three phase. That all comes down to the heating elements that are down at the bottom. So each one of these levers is down there. Let me go to the CMA website. Each one of those levers are what controls the valve to drain the water out. So let's go to the CMA site, because you asked about it, and I actually, hold on one second. I actually have, where the hell's the video?
See, the drain valve. Come over to the drain valve and remove the hose clamp holding the drain pump to the drain valve at that point. You're going to remove the hose from the gooseneck connection. You're going to loosen up the hose clamp.
I was going to play that earlier. But I'll make sure to add more CMA videos in the future. So as you see, like I said, it's one of their most common ones. Here's the 44s. So there's the 44s right there. This is a good one. Perfect. And there's your two motors. Let me see if I can make this any bigger. Damn it, I can't. But this is a good one. Now, you need every single dishwasher. You need to, you're going to need some dishwasher descaler or some ice machine delimer or some CLR. You need something to clean these dishwashers with, because they got vacuum breakers. That's what is the very top on the left. Man, I wish I could zoom in a little bit better. But anyway, so they got a couple of vacuum breakers, and the inserts in those vacuum breakers need to either you need to either clean them or you need to replace them. Schools are going to opt for you to clean them, and you're going to want to do them quarterly. So it's good money. So you might go into these schools and you might see a lot of water on the floor. You might see a lot of water on the top deck, running down the back, things of that nature. That is all coming from the vacuum breaker. That's all coming from the vacuum breaker in these units. So you're going to want to clean the seals on those. The water comes up, hits the vacuum breaker, pushes it up, forms the seal, and then the water gets forced down into the machine. When the vacuum breaker can't move, it's scaled up in place, then the water hits that diaphragm and it'll spray up and out of the top of the bell housing, only leaving some of it going to the machine, if at all. Other times you'll find that they might even have 5 gallons. They might lose 5 gallons worth of water every time the damn machine tries to run. So that's a very common one. I don't care where you are. You're dealing with hot water that's often scaled up. 44 racks. You might have a linkage issue down at the bottom. There's a very small screw down at the bottom. Let's see if I get. Damn. You got a very small screw down at the bottom. Ah, perfect. This screw right here. Hopefully you can see this. I'll wait till the video catches up. All right, good. So you'll notice there's a bolt, lower right-hand side. If they have an issue where the dishwasher is not bringing the dishes through, but the motors are running, this bolt might have come out. It might have fallen out. If you have an issue where the dishwasher is not starting, there's your vacuum breakers and stuff like that. There's one of your solenoid valves. There's your vacuum breaker up there and proud. There's your vacuum breaker. So this is a good one. Let's see if I can say, there we go. So that's number one. There's 2 screws that's holding that sucker in. You want to take those 2 screws. You can remove the top that's hanging over it. And then you're going to take some another tool, pliers or something, wrench, and then you're going to unscrew the inner of that vacuum breaker. And it's a vacuum breaker just like any other that you find that's for all the other stuff that's in the kitchen. Let's see here. Jacob says, what chemical do you recommend for cleaning the seals? Like I said before, you can use any type of descaler. You can use, if you got a Gordon's Restaurant Supply, they have a dish machine cleaner. I always recommend for you guys to start off with something safe, because you don't quite know what you're dealing with just yet. You don't know when you're leaving chemical behind. This is a school after all. You could be poisoning somebody. You might want to be careful that you're not putting hydrochloric acid in some little kid's sippy cup. So that's something to be mindful of. The dishwasher descaler is food safe. So that's why you would want to go ahead and get that. You want to go ahead and get that if you have a Gordon's. I don't know if you got Gordon's out there. So this is one of the door switches. I'm trying to put this dead center. So you see that item sticking out, jetting out from the top, right above the A on the CMA, and right down there below the Y on conveyor. That bracket slides down and activates a door switch. If that door switch is not activated, if that door switch is malfunctioning, it also will not allow that machine to start. So you want to check that. Inside here, what you see dead center of the screen, that far right side in the very dark area, there's also a lever that it tells the machine when dishes are coming out. That lever activates the rinse on the machine. That's how the machine knows what part of it to activate. If you don't have any water coming in, you have this this valve, the fill valve, that's also a dead center. And then, like I said, there's another switch that's just like this one that's on the left side. Let me go back. It's just like the left side of the screen. It's moving slowly to the center. That switch, there's also one which is called a table stop. That is at the end of the wash table. When the racks come out of the machine, they then hit that lever and it stops the machine from running. So you might have a situation where that is they didn't make the holes large enough in the dish table, and the dish and the table stop might get stuck from time to time. You can go in there and adjust the 2 bolts in there, loosen up and reposition it. And that would stop that table stop from getting jammed into the table, getting wedged in place, causing the machine not to run. Even if they try to put the dishes in, it won't start. So those are common things. It's just like saying, hey, what's the common problem with a car? This thing costs as much as a car. It's $18,000. But you're not going to have problems with motors. You're not going to have problems with that kind of stuff. It's all going to be the mechanisms that start and stop. And it's all going to be mechanisms that are attached to water. Those are the most common things. Now, if you have other issues, those are what's going to start to be in this box. Those other issues are going to be in the box. That's where you have contactors for the motor controller. That's where you got the timer mechanism for the dishwasher going through. If this facility has issues with their electricity, if they're getting power surges or the power's constantly going out and coming back, there is a timer in there. It's a blue timer. That timer might get damaged. So if they're putting dishes through there and the dishes don't come clean and all that kind of stuff, you might have an issue with that. But that's going to be a little more advanced. The common things are these switches. The common things are going to be the solenoid and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, vacuum breaker is the number one, because normally the water comes up, hits the diaphragm, the under part of hits the top part of it, and it sprays all over the kitchen, and it normally scares this kitchen staff. Why? Because you have 180-degree water being shot out at them like it's a sprinkler. So that's usually something that they kind of want to get taken care of, because nobody likes to get burned every time they go to work. Oh, dishwasher pays so good. Dishwasher. I told you, man, I love it. The health department comes out and they just boom, 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 red tags it when it's a school. You got the state coming in, making sure you're not poisoning the kids and all that stuff. I love it. Your staff, any kitchen staff, is going to quit if the dishwasher is not working. The dishwasher is not working and they're used to having a dishwasher. They're gonna call off. They're not gonna come to work. You won't have enough trays. You won't have enough pots and pans, dishes. You're going to have to pay overtime. Why are you paying overtime? Well, these large pieces of equipment, you put dirty dishes in the front, and when they come out 30 seconds later, when they come out less than a minute later, they're clean. A human being is not going to clean 30 plates in 30 seconds. They're not going to do that. They're not going to clean dirty plates, dirty pans, and all that stuff in that same amount of time. So now you're talking about paying all these people hours when they have the machine, and the health department will shut down the kitchen. This happens. Oh, kids, it's pizza day. And then they're ordering Little Caesars and Domino's and all that. Why? Because the school had to shut down the cafeteria because the dishwasher wasn't working. How can they ensure that they're not sneaking around and trying to use the dishwasher when the health department isn't there, when the state isn't there? So they shut it down. They shut it down, and then they have to come out and re-inspect the dishwasher, make sure everything is right before they're able to start to serve food again. So yeah, it's good money. It's very good money. I love it. Mm. Well, I wish there was a training process. I haven't created one. Oh yeah, it's good money, man. So currently there is no one out there training the streets. If all you're doing is dishwasher, or if you got a situation like Jacob's where he actually has a client and they have the dishwasher, um, the learning curve is substantially less. Yeah, the streets, the streets. I need that. I need that. Oh God, Martha. I need that Martha Stewart. I'm going to the streets. Right here. So, if you're dealing with units on a consistent basis, right? If you're dealing with CMA, your learning time is short. There's only so many parts on there. Everything is directly related. I mean, if you got a burning smell, go right to the contactors. If you got a burning smell, go to the contactors. Go open up that box right there, and you're gonna want to check that out. Likewise, if you got no action, go to that box right there, check the contactors, make sure your contactors are working, make sure your on and off switches are working, that whole stuff, because you will have burn wires in there. You will have the contactors will burn because they're constantly chattering. They're constantly chattering. Why are they constantly chattering? That's because they're constantly doing this all the time. The heater comes on for a minute. This is the contactor. The heater is coming on. Contactor has been called. It's delivering power. It reaches. Remember, this thing is only running for less than a minute. Boom. So now it's no longer producing heat. Contactor is no longer needed. Ooh, another dish is going. Boom, it's back on. So it's constantly off and on, off and on, off and on. And you pit the surfaces of the contactor. Not only that, you'll have situations where contactor will fuse together, it gets stuck. You're dealing with a lot of steam, all this grease in the air, things like that. Contactor might get stuck in the on position. And then my absolute favorite, is the contactors are on and then they end up burning all the wires that are supplying the contactor. So those are always fun times, especially the booster heater wires. Booster heater wires burn. So you get burned wires and things like that. So you're gonna want to do a visual inspection. What's that? Pulp Fiction. Let me show my age. You're gonna do the Pulp Fiction up in there and make sure that just like with every contact, you're gonna look for that white. You're gonna look for that white stuff, and you're gonna take in the aroma. You're gonna take in the aroma, and when you get that plastic burning smell, yeah, you're gonna. That's what you're gonna look for. Oh, it's gonna be that white stuff. You're gonna have that. It's gonna be white stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be white stuff. If you're seeing that, yeah, the electric smell, yeah, don't get high off your own supply. You're gonna hold on one second.
Well, if you listen, I'm gonna tell you, right?
If you see that powdery white stuff, you in there and you get that powdery white stuff, change those contactors. It's in your best interest. Maybe they're working today, maybe not, but if you were to actually remove it from the rail, detach those contactors, turn the damn power off from the breaker. You're gonna grab the breaker and turn the sucker off, and then you're gonna take those contactors out, anytime you see that white stuff, you're gonna want to change it. You don't want to change it because it's constantly moving, and you never know when that sucker is not making contact. It's trying to the magnet is calling, and it's trying to pull in, and it doesn't. Oh yeah, like my video. You saw me with my video where I put in the wrong card. And it's funny, somebody else did that too. They said, man, a guy put in a contactor and then realized that it was the wrong voltage. So yeah, that's what you're gonna wanna do. You just match it up and make sure that it is a 220 coil or 120. I think the CMAs are 120. Hold on, let's see. Let us see. Let us see what I'm going to do. Oh, I got this right here. All right, CMA. What's happening? CMA. So the CMAs are yeah, 220. CMAs are 220. 220, 60 amp, 220 volts. Woo! That's crazy. That is nuts. Our sound. Somebody needs to arrest them. That is crazy. That is nuts. And you guys asked me if there's good money in dishwashers. Oh my God. There's like a consortium of dishwasher technicians that are artificially inflating these prices, bro. Because this is nuts. A freaking $30 contactor is selling for $327. Or as the kids say, dollars. $327. Nuts. Oh my God, that is absolutely positively insane. Oh my God. Well, I did say you get a little white powder in there. They let the smoke out. So as you're looking at this picture on the screen, on the side, you will start to see white powder. When you start to see that, especially at the levels you guys are at, just change the damn thing out. You can take them apart. You can completely take these things apart. You can clean them. The only thing you can't fix is the coil. So pull the contactor down. You could replace the coil if you had a coil repair kit at $327. $327. I can see that. Good Lord. Good God. You got to realize I got suitcases. I got Milwaukee pack out full of these contactors. So I don't know what the going rate is. My numbers are going to go up. I try to look this stuff up real quick when I'm writing down my invoices, but sometimes I just I would be like, I never in a million years would I think a contactor would be $327. 904. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I got one right now. It's not 900. Well, my cost is $700 for the drain valve. The drain valve on the Cleveland steamer. Right. Yes, yeah. This is 9. I'm gonna show you guys because it should be in my thing. I'm not logged in though. I'm doing this again. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. This is crazy. Let me do drain. Doing this in a dyslexic fashion. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Damn. I should know. Up. Here we go. So this is one of them. So this is, I got to replace one of these as we speak. $625. I got to see how many they have. This is actually telling on you. Use this as a guide, people. When you see a huge quantity, that means something. That's going to be a common thing. So even if you're working on something else, throw one of these in too, because they got 174 of them. So and unfortunately, the steamers are always in it. Steamers are 90% of the time they're in an area by some stock pots or something hard to get to. And you usually got to get in there early. You usually got to get in there early in these damn steamers, man. Understanding the sequence of operation is important, yeah. But the drain actually, it leaks by, and the drain leaks by, which causes it not to build enough pressure. The solenoid valve at the top, sometimes that thing hums. That thing is humming, coming at you. Sorry that I gotcha. That thing gets loud. So I got one right now. They're playing around, but I hit them with the bill. And this is a famous chain in Houston that does seafood. And this is their second most popular location or third most popular location. I'll say third most popular. It's the third most popular, voted one of the top 2 best tasting with the chain. How you can have a chain and then have variation in the food is ridiculous, but they have variation in their food. Welcome to Houston. So anyway, so that's Cleveland steamer and a damn drain valve. So let me show you. Let's see here. CMA. Stop. It's table stop. That's what it is. But again, I'm doing this. This is my first show that I'm using the Bluetooth keyboard. This is what I'll make myself bigger. So here is a table limit push button. Every brand has to know when on their conveyor, they have to know when the dishes are not being picked up. They have to know when there's a traffic jam, shall we say. So hold on a second, let me do this. I have a Bluetooth keyboard, and that's what I am. Let me see if I can do it. I have the Bluetooth. Oh, shoot. This is actually what I use at work. Oh, it does work. All right. This is actually what I use at work. So I'll put on my old man glasses. I use the Bluetooth keyboard. I actually bought this for my daughter, by the way. But this actually works if you're going to use your phone or if you're going to use a tablet. I use the Bluetooth keyboard, and then I'm able to work like I'm using a regular computer, and it helps not to use the damn laptop. So I said, hey, why don't I just use this thing when I'm doing the show? And sometimes I forget. Shoot. Sometimes I forget. Hold on, I got to redo it. Sometimes I forget. All right, we're back in action. So these things, yes, it's not cheap. And once again, without this table limit, let me make this thing bigger and myself smaller. Without this table limit, the dishwasher doesn't work. So without a lot of things, the dishwasher doesn't work. And this is set up so it can operate in a wet environment. And see, they really don't go bad. See, before that other one, they had 174. This one, they only have 4. They only have 4. Why do they only have 4? They only have 4 because this is a sealed switch. You usually don't have a problem with it. It is all about the positioning. If it's not locked in properly, it might get jammed up. The mechanism that hits the table limit switch, which is a stainless steel lever in the front, it might rub up against the holes. Pause. And so it might be getting stuck. And so it won't actually move. And you might have to reposition the switch. You might even, if it's getting stuck, the best bet is to just disassemble that thing, get a hole saw. I have a ton of hole saws. That's why I have a whole ton of hole saws. And widen the hole that the table limit arms go through. And then you're done with that. You won't have this problem again. But yeah, I very rarely change a table limit switch. All right, questions, comments, concerns. This drain. Oh, I didn't know that was so cheap. $80. I need a couple of those. I need a couple of these drain stoppers with O-rings. See, 0 available because they don't go bad. What happens is they get cooked. These damn things right here get cooked. They're in the sump, and the heating elements are right next to them, and the heating elements usually cook these damn things. So you don't have to order. You don't order any of this stuff from PartsDown. You order this. Oh, excuse me. You order this stuff directly from CMA. Order stuff from CMA and call it a day. Oh, excuse me. It won't cost you $81. Door stops, contactors. Now let me get out of this and show you what a regular freaking contactor goes for. There's another table limit switch. That's the whole assembly with the wires and everything. This is only if you're adding a table limit switch. That's why they only got one. If you're going to add one, they say, hey, we're redoing, we're going to make this longer. We're going to put a new one, or the other one is corroded. We're going to put up a whole new dish table and table stop. And then you would order one. That's why they only got one. No one orders that. No one orders it. All right, questions. Understanding the sequence of operations. Yep, we went over that. What else we got? Let me show you the difference in these contactors, though. All right, so we're going to go 220 volt contactor. Damn it, did it again. .220 volt contactor. So just so you can keep this in perspective, the damn contactors, a regular contactor, 3-pole, 220 volt. Let's see what the coil is. 220 volt coil, $104. That's what you need. Hossman. And if you get just a regular old, here's another one. That's a 2-pole. No, that's a 3-pole. $47. I don't know what the contactor coil is. So you don't have to get the one that they add on money to these contactors. They add on a lot of money. You can get the exact same contactor through other suppliers. They're all going to be square D just like this. And this is a 2-pole. You need a 3-pole. An Eaton will work. I typically will go with a square D. And see, this is $113 versus the $300 or $400 that they had on PartsDown. But you use the PartsDown part number. You use all that PartsDown information and say, hey, look, hey man, this is what it is on PartsDown. Now, I don't even pay $113. I get mine for Nomar. Did it again. Nomar Supply. Nomar Supply gives me my contactors dirt cheap. He give me contactors that are really, really good. See, look at that. 15, 18, because he puts these on ice machines, and there's from Moffett. But if you get one that's not labeled for that specifically, you get them for $50, $60. Here's the German one, the Schneider, 115. I go with the Italians, the Lovato. Those are on some CMA, the under-counter ones. Why? Because some of the CMA stuff, it comes from Italy, because Ali Group owns CMA. Ali Group provides these Italian dishwashers using the different brand names. So under like 8 different brand names, you'll see an under-counter dishwasher, high temp, but the damn dishwasher comes out of Italy. And then they're going to have Lovato controls. See, here's one right here. This is a motor controller, though. That's $95. I need to get a regular. See, he needs a 3-pole. See, just as a 2-pole, $18. And his 3 poles are not that much more. It's a 220 pole. Wish I could find it. All right, how long have we been on Good People? What kind of time are we at? 2 hours and 13 minutes. As I go on earlier, so I guess I've been on for like 1 hour and 40. Do you guys want me to? What do you guys want me to cover before we wrap this up? If we don't have any questions, I'll go ahead and play the training video for the week that I've edited. And so it's easier. Sequence of operations is a whole lot easier on dishwashers than they are on anything else, really. Very straightforward, very simple. I love dishwashers. Dishwashers is such good money. Like I said, hey man, this is what I was working on today. 2 of them, Twin Dragons. I was working on this today. So don't look like anything. Don't look like you guys got any other questions. Here's that beloved cam motor that you guys be Google Gaga over. I had to, no tool needed, by the way. You move it with your fingers. Move my little finger. And what I had to do was I increased the amount of time that the heater was engaged. So it just holding on the left side of this black dial, and with the side that's furthest away, with my pointer finger, I slid it down just a little bit and increased the amount of time that these tines or these switches fall into the divot. When they fall into the divot, that's actually activating the timer. And so however long you have that divot, that's how long that unit is going to be in that function. So I increased it to keep the heaters on to bring that temperature up, and I was able to get it up to 150 degrees from the 112 that it was when I first arrived. And there's a thermostat for the other heater. You could turn that. There's a plus and minus sign, so you turn that sucker up. And see, there it was when I first started. It was 116. Let me see if I got the other ones at the end so I can show you. And then, oh no, that's the freaking what's the name? Hold on, I think I got it. No, that's the pluckers. That's me showing up the pluckers for today. No, that's still the pluckers. Never mind. I got the video. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find it for y'all. Probably gonna lose this music and everything. I think it's on this one, but it's not like it makes a difference. It doesn't. I don't have it. But in the beginning,
the drain valve. Come over to the drain.
try to play these in the beginning of the video. And just as a, instead of playing just like regular music or just having a regular screen going, I put training videos on before I start the actual show. So I got that.
To change the set point, push and hold the set button for more than 2 seconds. When the degrees Fahrenheit display begins flashing, push the up or down arrows to adjust up or down. To save the new set point and
those kind of things will be played. If I come on early, an hour earlier, it'll be that kind of thing. It'll be that kind of thing. So with that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming through, commenting on the show. I haven't checked for it because I'm using my phone. I haven't checked to see if anybody has put any money in the coffers. But if you did invest in the show, I thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of you. You know that. I hope you do.
I do appreciate it if you did put in on it.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
And with that, say thank you all for being here. And with that, I'm going to play the training video for the week. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I had a Fagor video too. I had a Fagor video. I'll play that next time. All right. Let's see what we got here. Coming up. There it is. All right. See you guys later. See you guys on Monday.
To change the set point, push and hold the set button for more than 2 seconds. When the degrees Fahrenheit display begins flashing, push the up or down arrows to adjust up or down. To save the new set point and return to the temperature display mode, push the set button or wait 10 seconds. If the snowflake is illuminated at the top of the controller, this means that the compressor and the fans are on. The temperature should be decreasing. Each unit is programmed to automatically engage defrost mode every 4 or 6 hours. At any time, the unit can be forced into a manual defrost mode. To do this, hold down the defrost button until DF is displayed. This will last for approximately 20 minutes or until the unit reaches its defrost termination temperature. If P1 is flashing on the controller, this means that the controller is not getting a signal from the temperature probe. To ensure the probe is connected, remove the top cover, then bend back the shield. Confirm that the green plug is properly aligned and snapped into place. The temperature display should reappear. If P1 continues to flash, the probe will need to be checked for proper resistance and may need to be replaced. There are 2 ways to verify that the probe is calibrated correctly. First, remove the probe from the evaporator area and place into an ice bath made of mostly ice. Stir for 1 minute. The thermostat should read 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Disconnect the green main lock and remove the probe from the evaporator area. Use a small flathead screwdriver to remove the wire ends from the green connector. The resistance found with the ohm meter should fall between 28,751 ohms to 26,118 ohms. If it does not fall within this range, the probe needs to be replaced.
You damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up on out of here. Let's go, bro, man. You know, you got to roll with it.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless.